Hi, it's Technut. Join me every Tuesday night at 9 PM for the Tech News Hour here on Switch Brisbane. Good evening, Brisbane, and welcome to Tech News Tuesday. I'm Matt. Coming right up, Elon Musk buys Twitter. You might actually be able to buy a graphics card without lining scalpers' pockets. And a dangerous wood-burning art is gaining popularity on TikTok. Really is deadly. All that and more coming right up after this. You're listening to Matt on Switch 1197. The Tech News Hour on Switch Brisbane. Well, he's done it. Elon Musk has successfully bought Twitter. Twitter announced that it had accepted Elon's bid to buy Twitter at $54.20 a share US in a transaction valued at approximately $44 billion. Elon's interest in buying Twitter started as a poll after he asked, "Free speech is essential to a functioning democracy, and if readers believe Twitter rigorously adheres to this principle," with a follow-up post stating, "The consequences of this poll will be important," with 70% clicking no. Twitter CIO said in a statement, "Twitter has a purpose and relevance that impacts the entire world." Musk also released a statement saying, "Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated." Elon buying Twitter has opened up debate around Section 230, which is an American protection that's given to platforms such as YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook against legal issues from users' posts, provided that those platforms act as platforms and not publishers. Either way, it's turning out to be quite an interesting year already, and we're only in May. This is Tech Tuesday. You're listening to Matt on Switch 1197 Brisbane. We'll be back in a bit. The Tech News Hour on Switch Brisbane. You might finally be able to buy a graphics card. For a long time, the only affordable card you could buy, or cards, were the already outdated GT 730 for under $100, or the 1030 for about $150, both of which are not exactly useful for anything more than getting a display out for that CPU you bought, realizing it doesn't have an integrated GPU. With crypto mining Ethereum becoming infinitely more difficult on all but the top-end cards, it's starting to drive prices down for the mid-range cards, which we would actually want to use. So your mid-range cards are good for your 1080 screens or your full HD screens, not necessarily your 4K displays, which if you're buying a 4K display, you probably have a little bit more money to spend on the GPU anyway. The GTX 1650 is now available for around about the $350 mark, AMD's RX 6600 for about $550, and with Intel's re-entry into the graphics card market for the first time since the Intel i740, which was an AGP video card which is as old as this radio station, we should actually see prices drop, which is great because finally we'll have three competing manufacturers of graphics chips, AMD, Intel, and Nvidia, all fighting out, especially for the mid-range market where competition always drops prices. This is Matt. This is Tech News Tuesday, and we'll be back in a bit. The Tech News Hour on Switch Brisbane. Taking things a bit more seriously now, popular TikTok videos featuring fractal burning techniques have received over 1 million views, where it's videos of people connecting electric wires to wood surfaces and running high voltage electricity through the wood, causing the wood to catch fire and the designs to appear. The problem with this is the videos don't amplify the dangers of what's happening. These videos are using a power supply called a microwave oven transformer, which is a metal device that comes out of, well, what it sounds like, a microwave oven. What they fail to realize or mention, or both, I don't know, but what they don't tell anyone is using a microwave oven transformer will kill you if you're not careful, which, even if you are careful, will probably just maim you. even the act of getting the transformer out of a microwave can very well kill you. The voltages from these power supplies is over 2,000 volts. This isn't like sticking a finger in a power point. On that side of the power supply, there is no safety switch protection. There is none of that. You get touched with one of those voltages coming off of that, or even you get close enough to it, it will jump to you and it will hurt you. And if it doesn't hurt you, it may kill you. That's why on the side of a microwave oven, there is a big sign that says, "Do not go in here. It is not good for you." These art designs are a really bad idea. You're dealing with high voltage electricity that doesn't really know what you are. It just wants to get somewhere. You're dealing with salt water. You're dealing with wet environments. You're dealing with live conductors and things that have no protection on that side of things. And it's not that difficult to get to the wrong spot of it and do yourself an injury. Do not do it. Look, there is a lot of good things that come on the internet. There's a lot of cool stuff that people do with projects with wood turning and epoxy and that sort of thing. This wood burning stuff, no. Do not go near it. It is not a good idea. That's my safety tip. This is Matt. This is Tech News Tuesday, and we'll be back in a little bit.